Like that. This is this.
Right
That'll work.
Okay.
Well, we are officially live on YouTube. How's it going? My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Beard. Today's date is Sunday, May 7th, 2023. So glad you could join me for this week's edition of the Sunday Video Update. And for some reason, my screen looks a little different. Let's see here. I don't know if I did this. It looks different. Doesn't it look different? Looks very different. Oh, well, I'll just leave it. So joining me off camera this week is my dad, and we've got Amy, who has returned from being a week away. She is back with us for the Sunday Video Update. So yeah, it looks different because I'm using my backup microphone. For some reason, my other mic, which is the mic that I normally use on the boom arm, somehow had taken a shit. I don't know why, but it did. So now I'm using my backup mic. And so I wanted to make sure I did a little test with this microphone just to make sure that everything was working properly. And as it turns out, it is. So I hope you're all doing well. Hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you've been staying healthy and doing well. There's a lot to go over from this past week. So first off, before I get to anything else, I have an announcement that I want to make. And that is, if you're watching me from my Facebook account, if you're just now tuning in, welcome. This is what I do every Sunday. I just wanted to make the announcement that after today, my appearance on social media will be no more. I have already removed the link to my YouTube channel here, to my Facebook page, because I, for one, am sick and tired of the bullshit going on. I decided that it's time for me to just to go away forever, permanently. I'm not coming back to Facebook ever again. And I know in the past I've said this before. Oh, I'm never coming back, and Facebook is terrible, blah blah. But this time I mean it. What's that? Anyway, this time I mean it. I'm done with social media. I'm done with fake ass people. I'm done with bending over backwards and making everyone else a top priority. And I'm the one who always gets burned and shafted on everything. I'm not leaving because of Justina Banks or the people who like to spread gossip. It's got nothing to do with Justina Banks. It's got everything to do with the fact that I have given so much of my time. I've devoted so much of my time, my effort, my energy, my resources, and everything else to so many other people. And today will be the last day. I'm done with Facebook. I'm never coming back to it. And this time it's going to stick. I'm not coming back. So after today, and I'm giving everyone ample opportunity to write down my contact information and to get everything in order. And if I'm important enough to these people, they will make honest attempts to contact me after I leave Facebook. And if not, then I'll know where you stand and who I really was and who I meant to you and what I meant to you. But there's a lot of people that I just don't care if I ever see them again. And I'm tired of getting burned when I'm helping people or when I have helped somebody and then they hear something or read something and now I'm out of the picture suddenly. So my run on Facebook is done after today. So it was fun, but I'm never coming back to social media. My Facebook will be deleted after today. And that's one of the main topics I wanted to make known to everybody because I shared the link to this live stream on my Facebook page. And for those of you who are like, oh, well, Jared's just running away and it must be true because he wouldn't be leaving Facebook. Well, that's not true either. It's not true. I'm leaving Facebook because of the things I said. I am tired of being taken advantage of. I am tired of always being everyone's underdog. That bullshit ends today. Done. I'm not your underdog anymore. I'm not your go-to anymore. If you want to contact me just to say hello, how's it going? Great. I don't have a problem with it. But for everything else, you can kiss my lily white ass. I am done with reaching out to people. I am done helping people. I am done with everything. I need to focus more on myself now. I've spent more than enough time worrying and thinking about everybody else, putting everyone else at the forefront of my priorities, and today that ends. I'm done. And if anybody has a problem with it, well, so what else is new? Block me, delete me, do whatever the fuck you think you need to do. I'm going away. Not to jail, not to my grave. I'm going away. I'm leaving Facebook. I'm leaving social media. And this time, it's for real. It's going to stick forever. I'm never coming back to Facebook ever again. But anyway, I got that out of the way. Oh, by the way, my chat log is open for those of you who might want to come in to say hello. If you come in starting shit, I will fucking rip you to shreds. So don't even bother coming in here giving me a hard time. I had to chew someone up and spit them out last week in chat. Two for two, maybe? I don't know. Come in and fuck around and find out. Because I will eviscerate you verbally. So, Dad, how was your week?
My week's all right after I got off the phone. I felt pretty good.
After you got off the phone?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell a certain person that what they could do.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Don't bother me again. Don't bother my kids. Nothing.
Yep. I'm done after today. That's it.
I think that person knows who they are too.
Yeah, and I can guarantee, I can almost get, well, there's no one watching right now, but I can almost guarantee, because this person knows that I do Sunday live streams every week on my YouTube channel. So I am almost certain that if they're not watching it now, they're going to be watching the replay later. And they will probably make a YouTube channel just to come in to fuck with me and chat, which, by the way, you have to be subscribed to this channel for at least 2 weeks before you can engage in chat. So if you're going to wait 2 weeks just to come in to say something stupid, you're really going to make yourself look stupid, because you've waited 2 weeks just to come in to be the fucking jackass that you are. So just don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. You got better things to do, right? Don't fuck with me anymore. But I'm going off the rails again. Amy, how was your week? I know how your week was, but are you doing better now?
Yeah, I at least my head is not in a balloon going in the sky, and my body is not floating on air. Yeah. I'm better.
You can't let helium in the sky no more in balloons.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, man. My helium.
Yeah, they actually passed that law here in the state of Michigan, where you cannot release helium balloons in the sky. They banned it. I don't know why. I think it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. But it is, in fact, against the law now in the state. In the state of Michigan. Yeah, this is going to be fun. In the state of Michigan, it is against the law to release helium balloons. And why the fuck ain't this staying up? Now I know what I'm doing. Just 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'm trying to adjust my mic here. Hold on. I know I should have done this before the show started. I know. Save your hate mail. I know. Okay. Why the fuck ain't this going in? Oh, there it goes. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's a dumb law. And Uncle Dan, because I was at, it's not even, I see what I did wrong. I even found out from Uncle Danny, because I visited with my Uncle Danny this past week. He told me that they're trying to make it where boyfriend and girlfriend can't live together no more. They're trying to make it to where you have to be married. So in other words, they're trying to pass common law in Michigan. I don't think that's going to stick, because there's a lot of people who already live together and they're not married, and yeah.
That's against your constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more or less what it is even if you're
there we go.
Together, they want you on
Yeah,
paper stating that you're married.
so I guess what's happening is they're trying to make Michigan into a common law state, which sucks because, like I said, there's a lot of people who live together and they have lived together for any number of years, and now they're telling you that you have to get married. Fuck that. Nobody's gonna go for that. Um, there's a reason why people just remain boyfriend and girlfriend, so they don't fucking get married. If they wanted to get married, they would push it. You want to be the thing, yeah, and that's just the thing. Like Dad said, if you're in a bad relationship, you want to find out before you put a fucking ring on their finger. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that going on, and now the state is trying to make it where we become a common law state. I don't think it's going to stick, because yeah, you're going to lose a lot of residents if you try to push that onto people. We're gone. And speaking of being gone, because I know that there's a lot of people who, they're going to find out that I'm not on Facebook anymore. They're going to say, oh, see, now Jared's guilty. That's why he's not on there anymore. But here's the thing. It's not my job to prove my innocence. It's up to the person accusing me of shit to demonstrate guilt. And they haven't done that yet. And I've been asking Justina Banks for the last 2 or 3 years to show evidence of any wrongdoing, and all they do is run off at their fat fucking pie holes. They show no evidence of wrongdoing anywhere. So just like when I was the Easter bunny for the kids, there was a lot of, Justina Banks, oh, see how he points his groin out to these little kids. Yeah, because only in your fucked up, warped, perverted fucking mind would you think that I would do something like that. Dad knows, because here's the thing. When I ordered the costume, I thought the costume was big enough, because I'm broad in the shoulders. So I figured it was the right size and it would fit. It turns out it wasn't the right size. It's actually not big enough. So if I lean forward, the head part of the costume is going to slide off and I'm going to give myself up. They're going to know that the Easter bunny is actually Jer Bear. And if I lean forward, the fabric is going to rip, although there's Velcro on the back. But if I lean forward, the fabric is going to rip. Yeah, well, it's going to rip. It's a $90 costume. I'd rather not fucking destroy it. So when the little girl came running up to me, I had to kind of, lean forward and pat her on the back. It wasn't me sticking my groin out like Justina Banks says. Oh, and by the way, Justina Banks says, oh, I bet he stinks in that costume. Well, wouldn't you like to smell my balls? Don't you wish you could smell my balls, Justina? I know you want to. I know you wish you could, but don't whine about it on Facebook. It's probably been a long time since you've had any guy's balls shoved in your face. That's not my problem. Yeah, whoever the fuck you are, you coward. I know that much. But here's the thing. I'm not running from Facebook because I'm guilty. See, we don't go through life acting as though everything is until it's proven not to be. That's not logic. That is a logical fallacy. We go by what the evidence shows. Is there evidence for a claim? And I, for one, have been explaining logic and critical thinking to so many people. And most people have written me off as the arbiter of logic, and that's not true. I'm not the arbiter of logic. Everybody should understand how logic works.
I always thought you were guilty until proven innocent, not innocent until proven guilty.
Well, that's how it is. That's how it should be. I am innocent until proven guilty, but everybody looks at it as I'm already guilty and until I'm proven innocent. Well, you have to demonstrate the guilt. It's just like these overprotective, helicopter, hypersensitive, overworked fucking parents, these professional parents out there who are always like, well, you know what? I'm just looking out for the best interest of my kid and I'm protecting my kid. Well, That's all fine and dandy, and I don't denounce protecting children, but here's the thing, you haven't identified the problem to which you are protecting the child from. You're going by gossip, you're going by hearsay, you're protecting them from gossip? Okay, why doesn't someone protect you from gossip? Why doesn't someone protect me from gossip? You're so worried about protecting someone, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And, it's gonna end, it's gonna be over. Um, I'm not even worried about it anymore. Once I delete Facebook, it's gonna be out of sight, out of mind. I'm not gonna give a shit. But if you're watching me from Facebook, hello. Don't get used to this because this is going to be the last day I'm on Facebook. It's going to be deleted later because I have another video that I'm going to post to my Facebook for everybody to watch. And I hope you will sit through it and watch it. Yeah, there's some F bombs in the video. Who cares? You're an adult, deal with it. But listen to the message. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you that I've been saying for all this time.
Let that sink into your head.
And
Mind.
this is what I am going to talk about in the video. Yeah, I was out in Arizona. I didn't want to say where I was going because it was no one's business, and it actually really still isn't anyone's business at all. But the thing is I stopped giving a fuck when these people that I went to stay with started getting rumors about, oh, Jared did this and Jared did that, and then I'm being blocked from their pages, which, by the way, that's not a victory for Justina Banks. I know whoever this coward is sitting behind the Justina Banks account is just sitting back watching, having a gay old time. Well, guess what? This is not victory for you. Being a fucking liar is not victorious. Never. No one is going to ever trust you again. Once we uncover who the fuck you are, which, by the way, eventually you're going to have to give yourself up, Justina. Once we discover who you are, no one's ever going to trust you again because you fucking lied. Now, to say that any of these other people who are believing this, to say that they're actually going to find me and apologize for believing shit without evidence. Well, I don't know if they're going to do that. I can't say yes or no, but if they do, like Dad said, it's going to be too late because I'm already going to be moved on with my life and I'm going to be focusing on people who genuinely know who the fuck I am and what I'm about. But even then, I don't know. I might just keep to myself. And my dad made a very good point before we went live today, and that is I need to start focusing on me. Fuck everybody else. I made everybody else a priority for so many years. 10 years I made everybody else a priority. For the past decade, I'm done. Now I got to focus on me, my health, what I need to do to better myself. And if that means getting rid of Facebook, then so fucking be it. I am done with Facebook forever. And I'm done with people like Justina Banks who are constantly using that account to bash me and to degrade me and to lie about me and to smear my name. I'm sick of all of it.
How many other people has he done that to? Or she's done
Probably just me. Because they don't talk about anyone else. They don't talk about Milk Tyson, the biggest fucking con artist in the childhood cancer demographic. They don't talk about Tom Mitchell. They don't talk about anybody else. It's specifically just me because I am the outsider, and I'm pretty sure they do it to me the most because they know that it's reactionary. Everything they say gets kind of a reaction, or these people come to me and say, hey, look what this Justina Banks is saying. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm not running because it's true. In fact, I'm not even running away. I'm just saying I'm running from the bullshit. I'm running from the problem itself. I'm not running in the face of guilt because, like I said, you have to demonstrate the guilt. There is nothing. There is no way to show guilt that I'm guilty about anything. And this isn't me saying, well, I did it, but you can't find out either way. No, I haven't done it. And there's also something else in that video that I pointed out. And it's really a big, big point that you all have to consider. Considering that I just fucking traveled to Arizona on a fucking plane, guess what? if any of that shit were true, what Justina Binks is saying, they wouldn't have let me get on a plane. Can you like hold on with that for a minute? I'm mid-sentence here. But yeah, they wouldn't have let me board a plane if any of that shit were true. Hey, you know, before you get on an aircraft, you know what they do? They ID you. They ask for your driver's license. Because if you have warrants, they want to make sure that you're not trying to bail or jump state running from the law. I'm not running from the law. I'm not running from anybody. Because you people are so smart. You know, I mean, you really are smart. I bet you thought of that, didn't you? Well, that's going to be one of the points. I guess I just spoiled it. I shot myself in the foot with that. But anyway, and for those of you who are watching this, no, I'm not being rude to my dad, but you know, I'm mid-sentence and it's a distraction when he's playing with the dog. So, yeah, I'm not rude to my dad. I'm not being mean at all, but let's try to stay on topic. This is our video, not just mine. It's ours. And I never get input. I'm just waiting for the input. But anyway, well, that's nothing new. But anyway, this week is going to be better. I'm going to take charge of this week. I'm going to make this week my bitch. Yeah. I'm going to make this week and the weeks to follow and the months to follow, the years to follow. I'm going to make it my bitch. I'm going to take control of my life again. When I wasn't on Facebook, I was an entirely different person. And Amy agrees with that 100%, which is true.
You weren't so stressed. You weren't now.
I wasn't so ornery. I wasn't so irritable or agitated. I wasn't stressed out. My anxiety wasn't through the fucking roof.
People around you weren't walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Like they do now.
Yeah. And when I delete Facebook, all of that, and I mean all of it, goes bye-bye. And who? Okay, that was my buddy JR. I gave him my cell phone number because I don't think he had it. And seems I'm not going to be on social media anymore. I want him to be able to contact me. Now, who's JR? He is Sabbath from SCW, the Mighty Sabbath from SCW, which is a local wrestling franchise here in Michigan, headquartered in Owasso, Michigan. And I consider him a brother. Cool as hell, cool beans. But yeah, damn it. I'm going to be living my life and I'm going to take back what's mine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this mic. It just, I don't know if it's the XLR cable or what it is, but it just kind of went to shit on me before I went live. And I had to do a quick test, a live stream to make sure that this microphone was going to work. And it seems to work. It's my backup mic. I'm hoping it's not the mic itself. I'm hoping it's just the XLR cable, because if it is, I can just replace the cable and be good. I'm thinking it might just be the cable. There might be something pinched or something broken inside of it. So, yeah, we're going to get that taken care of and we're going to get that squared away as quickly as possible. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a little experiment. I'm going to check my Facebook as it's still currently active. Let's see. Well, my friend number, it has gone down a little bit. I had over 600 friends. Now I'm down to 596, and it's probably going to continue to drop because some broad named Alicia Milburn ended up blocking me because of whatever. And hey, guess what else? After she told me that, oh, I don't believe anything they tell me. Really? Then why the fuck did you block me?
No shit.
Ta-da! Isn't it great? The hypocrisy is fucking awesome. It's awesome. I get to point out all of the fakes. You know, Now that I think about it, I think Facebook is really good for that, spotting the fucking fakes. I think I should have a candlelight vigil. Yeah, I should have a candlelight vigil for all of the fake dead weight friendships I've had on social media. But I should instead of excuse me, instead of a candlelight vigil, it should be la di da, motherfuckers. Goodbye. Alicia, you are one of the most fake people I've ever talked to in my life, and you can go fuck yourself, sweetheart. I'm not gonna miss you. I'm not gonna write to your son anymore. Um, yeah, so about this Alicia person I met through my alleged friends out in Arizona. I met this Alicia through mutual friends, and her son was so happy. I wrote him a letter, and I wrote him actually I think 2 or 3 letters, but that's gonna stop. So you fucked that up for him. Um, but yeah, that's gone. You don't get that anymore.
You guys try to
Um,
explain to your children what happened with Jared Bear.
yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, explain, like Dad said, try to explain to your kids what happened. What happened to Jer Bear? What happened to my big brother? Isn't that right? Because the little boy that I went to spend 4 days with looked up to me as a big brother. And now you're going to take that away from him? Why? Because of a rumor? Because of gossip? Oh no, it's because we were being attacked. Hey, guess what? Then you block the person who fucking attacked you. You don't block the person who's being accused of something. The manipulation and the gaslighting from this Justina Banks has gotten to just monumental extremes. And so much to the point where people are being manipulated into blocking me, or they're just too stupid to think for themselves, and then they end up blocking me. It's sad that people don't understand how logic and critical thinking works. And I, for one, am tired of explaining. I have spent many years explaining how this shit works, and people are like, well, no, Jared, that's your logic. No, it's logic, period. In reality, the reality that we both experience directly together, that is the logic and reality that I'm speaking about, not what my standards are, what your standards are. We're talking about the standards of logic that we both directly share together. If something isn't true, it's not fucking true. It's wow. I don't know, man. I'm
You have to explain yourself, Gary, before you get through to them.
Yeah, I have been explaining this ad nauseum for any number of years now. And obviously, I guess they just don't get it.
Just goes once a year,
Yeah.
one ear and off the other.
It's like I said, these people read something, they panic. Well, I have, it's about protecting my kids. I've got nothing against protecting children, but guess what? You haven't identified a problem. This is just a claim that someone made. That claim in and of itself is not the fucking problem. They have to demonstrate with evidence that this claim is true. And if it turns out that it is, which it isn't, but if it turns out that it is, then you have a case. Well, we don't wait until something's true. Well, then maybe you're just a fucking liar. And maybe you shouldn't have kids, and maybe you should just give them up for adoption. What do you think? You're not parent material. If you're going to freak the fuck out over every little thing you see and read, give your children away. You don't deserve them. They deserve better. They deserve a parent who has brains, not just someone who can lay on their back and open their fucking legs at any given moment. Man, if I believed everything I was told, I wouldn't have made it 37 years of life. If I believed everything I was told, I wouldn't have made it this far. And I love, don't you guys notice that how they're so quiet over here. And they let me go off on my spiel. They just, but I look for the input. Come on, I know you guys are itching to say something.
Just like this. If the freaking sky was falling, they would be in the house. They wouldn't go out and check. They would actually hide in their fucking house so nothing hits them. That's how dumb people are.
Yeah.
If somebody says, "Oh, the sky is falling," or something falling from the sky, I actually have to go up and say, "Oh yeah, there is." So I believe it now. I'm not just gonna say, "Well, I ain't going out there. It might be something coming from the sky." Unless I get evidence, dumb fucks.
I had an argument with someone in email today because they are the most. They believe in religious crap. They believe in religious bullshit. We kind of haven't had an argument. I wasn't attacking the person. I was attacking their stupid ass beliefs that they think that, their God is the creator of the universe and all this other bullshit. And I told them that is a belief. There's no evidence for your creator. And if this is the best that your God can do creating something, he did a pretty bad fucking job at it, because if I created a reality or a world in which I create people, there would not be sickness, there would not be death, there wouldn't be that going on. But well, I don't know. Would there be death? Because what if death is the ultimate healing? I wouldn't want anybody to suffer. But see, if I created a perfect world, there wouldn't be suffering. There wouldn't be disease. There wouldn't be poverty. There wouldn't be starvation. Nobody would go without. If this is the best that your God can do, he's a dummy. He can't do better than this. What an incompetent jackass. It's like, wow, man. You couldn't have done better than this? Give me a break. Oh my goodness gracious. But let's see. I've already been here for a half hour. Man, that half hour goes by quick. I got to figure out where I fucked up with this pop-out dashboard. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to ruin my live stream. I'll just leave it the way it is. I'll figure it out when I'm done. But yeah, a lot of people, and I didn't even say, I should have said this on Facebook. Yeah, by the way, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in this bullshit that there's a God who lives in a cloud and he's going to fix all of our problems. That is the most dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And when people ask me, well, would you please pray for me? And no, because prayer does not work. Prayer is ineffective. Why don't you ask the people, check with the families of victims of gun violence if prayer has worked for them lately? Because it seems like every time we have a mass shooting, all anybody ever wants to do is offer up their thoughts and prayers. And I made an editorial about this, which made some people get a little offended, in which case I don't give a fuck. That's something that you need to think about. Then if it offends you, then think about why I said it. Thoughts and prayers. When someone says, oh, I'll pray for you. You know what I hear when someone says that? Sorry about your fucking luck. That's what I hear. I'll pray for you. It's just a nice way of saying sorry about your fucking luck, Jared. Well, it's no different when we have tragedy, school shootings, innocent children. Those people that you claim that you give a fuck so much about, but yet you do nothing by offering up thoughts and prayers. Doing this? Those babies are dead. And why? Because you think that thoughts and prayers are more effective and pragmatic than actually doing something about the issue itself.
We'll pray that this never happens again. And then the very next day you hear a shootings at a school, a mall,
and
everywhere.
And I know that this is a controversial topic, but I can understand why, because the Christian crowd, they are so hell-bent and they're so cocksure about their religious views that thoughts and prayers are effective. Well, I don't know, judging by the results that we keep having these repeated tragedies and crimes occurring, we average quite a bit of mass shooting in this country. I think it's safe to say that your thoughts and prayers are bullshit. They are bogus, which is why I don't engage. Just believing things for no good reason is just that's to me that's got to be the most dangerous aspect of the 21st century. People who are so far gone that they can't tell the difference.
And me, I was raised a Christian,
So was I.
but over the years and lately, I'm started drifting away at some of the things. Because I'm realizing, how could this happen? How could that happen that they say that happened?
Right.
How do they got proof that God rose from the dead? How do we know that actually happened?
Yeah, there's no evidence for it.
And then, if you're such a good Christian, how is it that when people ask for help, you turn them away?
And if
How
you're
can
such
you do that?
and if
You're backstabbers.
and if you're such a good Christian, then maybe you would understand when someone like me comes along and I try to do a good thing by helping you and making you a priority. Maybe you should realize that there are good people in the world. Isn't that the Christian thing to do?
Yeah.
I mean,
Instead of talking about them.
God, according to your theology, your God judges us enough. He judges people enough. So are you just a fanboy or a fangirl of Jesus? Because that's what it sounds like to me. He's got I mean, I'm being judged by your God enough according to your religious beliefs. So what the fuck are you doing judging me? I'll tell you what, I'm an atheist and I'm more of a Christian than you'll ever be on your best day. And that is something that is undeniable and it's irrefutable. And there's evidence for that too. I had this back and forth with someone in Messenger, and like this free will thing, right? Well, God had given you free will. Okay, so if He given me free will, then He shouldn't be pissed off when I use this brain that He allegedly had given me, using it properly and rationally and critically. He shouldn't be pissed if I question His existence. I should be lauded, shouldn't I? I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I have this conversation with a lot of people. Well, if God had given me free will, then I have the free will and exercise to understand what's moral and what's not. I don't care if your God said it was okay. Immoral is immoral. Like owning people as property, that's in the Bible and it's allowed under Exodus 21, Deuteronomy. And the problem is that most people don't read their books. They don't read their stupid, dusty, fucking holy book, and they don't read through the scriptures. They don't read the chapters and verses and all that shit. They cherry pick all the good shit. Well, my God is this and my God is that. Your God is a fucking dolt. If He created this world, the universe, the earth, the solar system, according to that stupid shit you believe in, I would almost suspect that your God, being all powerful, all wise, all knowing, could have done a hell of a lot better fucking job than He did. And if I had a choice in the matter, if damn it, if human beings had a choice to say this guy ain't worth the fuck, he would have been gone a long time ago. He would have been booted off his almighty powerful ass a long time ago. It's stupid. It's stupid. And it's even more dumber to believe something to which there is no evidence. And the people in the childhood cancer world, they love to use that acronym, NED, no evidence of disease. Well, that's great. That's great. You say the word evidence, but do you actually know what it means? So if evidence is important when it comes to your child's cancer diagnosis, then shouldn't it be just as equally important when it comes to gossip and rumors and all this other shit you're told? That is a claim that has adopted a burden of proof. And if you make a claim, you have to see. People think this Justina Banks is even trying to tell people that I lied about having cancer. I had alleged cancer. Well, I like to know who Dr. Scott, Dr. Gear, and Dr. Kulkarni was before I met them.
And some of your kids out there
Yeah.
have got the same doctors
Yeah.
as what you had.
Exactly.
Don't believe them? Talk to me, motherfucker.
I've got paperwork.
I'll tell
I've
you.
got battle scars, which I think I showed them last week.
Talk to me in the mouth.
They're not gonna talk to your mom. They're not interested. They just want people to believe stupid shit. I wish I could make it up. But Dr. Gira, Dr. Kulkarni, and Dr. Scott, they're not people that I just pulled out of thin fucking air. They are real people. They really exist.
You don't believe me? Look them up.
I'm on file. I have a record with them. I was one of their patients almost 35 years ago. And it just baffles me. It just blows me away how people like this are. Well, Jared allegedly had cancer. No, motherfucker, not alleged. I did. No alleged nothing. I did have cancer when I was 2 years old. I'll show you alleged. If you,
Debbie, and then talk to the other one too.
Debbie and Deborah and Kelly and Dr. Schneiderman, she passed away, so you can't talk to her anymore, but she was my surgeon.
There you go.
She was my surgeon.
Great lady. And she died of cancer.
Yeah. Abdominal cancer, pancreatic cancer. What a like I said, I can't make that up. I wish I could. I wish I could make it up, but see, I'm not Justina Banks. I don't make shit up. That is a demonstrable fact that my surgeon was Dr. Schneiderman. My oncologists were Dr. Scott, Dr. Garrett, Dr. Kulkarni. And I have battle scars. I have documentation. All of this, I have artifacts from that time. All of this corroborates with my cancer battle. Where do you think Jared Bear came from? Dad, tell him where Jared Bear came from.
Jared Bear came from Jared. It was a gift.
Didn't come from me.
No, it was a gift to Jared when he had cancer, and he's had it and he's had that bear every
And
since.
and where was this bear purchased?
Where was what?
Where was the bear purchased? Where did you buy him?
The hospital.
Very good.
Right at the hospital.
At
Right there,
Sparrow.
souvenir room.
Yeah, at the gift shop.
Yep.
At Sparrow.
Yep.
Now, why would my dad, my dad could have went to any store anywhere in Lansing. And back then there were lots of stores in Lansing back in 1989. So my dad could have went anywhere. Why specifically would he have purchased Jared Bear at the Sparrow gift shop?
Put a Band-Aid on it.
Why?
Put a Band-Aid on that bear.
Oh, because I was a patient there.
Yep.
I don't know what to do anymore. I give up. I give up. No, actually, no, I don't give up.
You give up, Jared, then more or less what you're doing is
It's gonna happen.
I'm not giving up.
nah.
But he's gonna start doing shit for himself.
Yeah.
Like I told him, you go on a little vacation, wherever you go for yourself. Don't go for
I-
anybody else.
See, I was going to go to Lake Michigan yesterday.
For yourself.
I was going to go to Lake Michigan yesterday, and I made it as far as Grand Rapids before I had to turn around and come home because the temp gauge on my van was starting to go up to the H. And it's like, I really don't want to take a chance. I don't need to be broke down, that being that far away from home. And so I just decided to come back, and I was very careful when I came back home. Um, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm going down I-96 and I'm doing about 70 miles an hour, and that gauge is going up to the H. It's like, what in the fuck? I'm hoping it's something simple, like maybe it's low on antifreeze, or maybe a a thermostat or whatever. Um, I don't know what it could be. Um, Jay said, well, it might be a blown head gasket. I don't think it's that. Yeah, it's not a blown head gasket. Yeah, there was no steam coming from it. I think I might just be low on antifreeze. Because I had an oil change last week, and no, never did it. And the fine people at the garage had actually refilled my wiper fluid reservoir, which was nice because they didn't have to do that, and they did it anyway. Yeah, and the oil change was really cheap. Had a nice car freshener, and yeah, they really shown some hospitality, but I have my doubts about them too, not saying anything bad about them, but now that they're corporate owned, I have, after what we know, like with your truck, I have a sneaky suspicion that they are just telling you things to get money from you. I'm not saying that all mechanics do it, but my dad was an employee of Muffler Man, Rainbow Muffler, for any number of years. I remember as a kid, he used to work in Saginaw, and there was a homeless guy that used to live out in back on Niagara Street at the Muffler Man over there. And my mom always used to tell me, it's not polite to stare. Please don't stare. And I would put my head down, but I kind of look over, the corner of my eye. And so, yeah, I remember a lot. Yeah, my dad used to, they used to chip in for coffee and donuts every morning. My dad and the coworkers, and he always had, coffee and donuts. This guy did. Yep, he'd have a lunch and a supper. And I think it was then that I kind of had a better understanding of the importance of helping people, why it's important to help people in need. But in 2023, and I said this to my dad, I've said this to the people that I stayed with in Arizona, there should never be a penalty for trying to do the right thing. Now, whether this Justina Banks is jealous of me, that's not my fucking problem. You know what? Maybe you should get out and actually do something productive and worthwhile instead of spending all your free time behind a fucking screen taking screenshots of my Facebook profile, not to mention you're getting my friends involved in your bullshit. Why don't you get a life? Or if Justina Banks is actually a woman, do something about your fucking crotch critters. Are you upset because you have like a vaginal fungus problem, or what is it? Maybe you should tell these men that you hook up with to keep their fucking face out of there. Maybe they should stop sneezing down there. I don't know. I mean, do they, when they fuck you with their big toe, do they use Dr. Scholl's in their boots? Do they wash their feet? Do you get toe jam in your crow's nest? Do you get toe jam in your crotch, Justina Banks? Is that what happens? Is that why you're in such a bad mood all the time and you want to, try to make me look bad? Do you forget to take your Prozac in the morning? Did your daddy touch you on a bad spot? Not to make light of that, but I wonder what's going on with this Justina Banks. I don't get it. They're just so obsessed with me. I know I'm handsome. I know I'm sexy as fuck, but come on, you don't have to be a bitch about it. Come at me. Come on, we can talk. Yeah, maybe my dick is bigger than yours. I don't know. I don't have a problem with comparing penis sizes if that's what it comes down to, but come on, Justina.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, you wouldn't have no chance. 'Cause you're
Come on.
10 inches from the floor.
Come on, Justina. Be a friend, Justina. Come on, Justina.
10 inches from the
Be a friend. Reach out. Talk to me.
reach out and touch someone. Oh,
Yeah. I don't care anymore. I just don't.
don't give a flying fuck.
It does not pay to care. And after today, I'm really not going to give a fuck. And it's going to be even better because now
In the next 10 minutes,
I'm going to start doing for me.
do for yourself. Fuck it.
Exactly what Dad told me, exactly what Amy told me, exactly what my mom told me, exactly what my stepdad told me, exactly what my brothers told me, exactly what my closest friends have been telling me.
Do for yourself.
Start doing for yourself. Fuck these people.
Yep.
Let them burn.
Just because you keep pulling away ain't because you're being a coward.
No.
It's because you can't handle the shit that's going on.
No, because he's got bigger balls than any of the other ones because they
That
want
too.
to talk shit, but they ain't got proof of it.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem.
So, Justina Banks, you're going to keep going on with your little smear campaign and you're going to recruit all these people to go against me, which is fine. Do what you think is powerful. Whether you're a man or a woman, either way, you're a fucking coward. You know who you are. You know, I don't need to do any more other than to encourage people to force you to show who you are. Because if you fight anybody on revealing who you are, your true identity, then you are an even bigger coward than I thought. That you can't show who you are. And just as I did last week, take a good look. I don't hide who I am. This is me. This is my face. This is my voice. This is me. I don't need to hide or disguise who I am. I bet you Justina Banks is Russ Boggs. I'm almost fairly certain that it's Russ Boggs. Either way, and to the morons and the idiots like this Alicia Renee Milburn who wants to just believe everything she's told, guess what? You haven't bothered to look into things clearly. And this was coming from you, Alicia, saying that, oh, yeah, I don't believe anything they say. We'll always be friends. Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode on because you obviously believe it. You blocked me. So that tells me everything I need to know about you. You're another fucking fake. You are the most fake person ever. Anybody who can tell you that you're their friend and then you fucking stab them in the back, there's plenty of those types of people in this world. I'm above all that. I don't stab anybody in the back. I don't need to. There's people that I genuinely don't like, but I would never stab them in the back. Nope. I don't shake someone's hand with one hand and stab them in the fucking back with the other. That's not what I do. Now, the people that I went to stay with, he and I are still texting, and I'm holding him to a fucking phone call because I know he watches these Sunday video updates. I'm holding you to a phone call like you said we were going to do. And it better happen. We better have the conversation or I'm just going to write you off just like I do every fucking buddy else. Fake. Liars. Two-faced. Is that what you want? I don't think it is. I would suspect that you would be an adult and want to have the conversation. But if you can't do that, then I got nothing more to say to you and you can go on living your false life and your fake life and the persona that you put on Facebook, you can keep living it. I don't care. It just blows me away how someone could spend 4 whole fucking days with me and still want to listen to the words of a troll. Well, and the excuse I get is, well, she was threatened. So what? Then you block the fucking person who threatened you. Is it that hard? Can you not think for yourself? Oh. But anyway, guys, it's only going to get better from here. I'm going to start living for me now. And the people who really want to keep in touch, they will know how to do so. So I was going to ask Dad if he had any final thoughts, but I guess not because he stepped out. Well, we got another 5 minutes. Amy, I'll just go to you then until he comes back in. Is there anything you want to say before we go this week?
Peace out, be safe. And anyone feel they need help mentally or any way informed, get yourself some help. Please.
Very good. So, Dad, was there anything you wanted to say before I wrap this up?
Nope. All I just say is, see ya.
I'm still at 596 friends on Facebook, but I think that's going to go down here in a little bit because they're going to listen to this Sunday video and they're going to think, oh my God, Jared I didn't think he would say that. Well, see what happens when you underestimate me? It doesn't end well for you.
Yeah. Don't put that in your peace pipe and smoke it.
I'm just fed up, man. I'm just tired.
Exactly.
I'm tired of it all.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles, people.
Yep. Yeah, that's the way the cookie is going to crumble. Yeah. Hopefully I can get this mic situation figured out, but I don't know. This mic seems to be working pretty good, doing the job. And as far, I don't know why that screen is so, I don't get that.
Really?
Yeah, because it seems like it was wider.
It was.
Unless I clicked on something and just didn't know what the hell I did. I don't know. I'll check it out when I get done doing the live. I got 3 minutes left. I don't know what my plans are for this week. You know what? Are they live this week? I'm gonna go watch Matt Dillahunty and
I like Matt Dillahunty.
yeah,
He's cool.
Matt's my guy. I like watching him. I'm gonna go watch Matt and Jimmy Snow, I think, is on this week on the line. And my favorite mod on the line, she goes by I Got Cookies. She's a sweetheart. I got cookies. That's her name on the line. She's a moderator in the chat log, and she's just a sweet girl. She's like me, an atheist, no kids. But we do get along and we have our conversations, and she says that she watches my live streams, she'll catch like the tail end of it or whatever. So I Got Cookies. I love you. You're a sweetheart. I'll see you on the line here in the next little while. And an update on my mom. How could I forget? So my mom had another surgery. She had a tumor removed. I went to the hospital to see her. She was in a lot of pain. She had to get irate with one of the social workers, which she was justified in doing. But she was awake and alert. She was talking. And then when she had stopped in here the next day, because they kept her overnight, she was back to her usual self, and so yeah, mom's doing okay as far as I know. She will be starting her treatment very soon. She's already been accessed. They got a they got a port they got a port in her neck. Sorry about that, guys. She's got a port in her neck, and yeah, she'll be starting treatment very soon. Dad's doing okay. Still having issues with his legs a little bit, but he's doing okay. So Amy, she's doing that. Jim's doing okay. My stepdad Jim, he's doing okay. I guess we're all doing okay.
In fact, you and I got a scare the other day when it came to Jim Denver.
Yeah, because I was headed back. I was actually headed to Saginaw to get her stuff that she forgot. And there was an ambulance flying down M52 and it turned down by Jim's house. And I better go follow it just to make sure it's not going to Jim's. Luckily, it didn't go to Jim's. It went right past Jim's house. But you can never be too safe, or I'd rather be safe than sorry. But I by what I understand, everybody's doing okay, and I'm going to be doing fantastic as soon as I delete Facebook. It's been fun, but it is time to go. And it's time to go now. So my name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jer Bear. I will see you all next week, May 14th. And you guys had already said your final words. So I'm out of here. And he's trying to itch under his chin or whatever.
Underneath
Or in the undercarriage.
area.
Yeah. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, I'm not gonna leave right on at 4:00, but I want to say, if any of you were friends with me on Facebook for all this time, thank you. If you're watching this from my Facebook, thank you. Facebook will be coming down. And there's the notification for Matt Dillahunty and The Line, which I'm gonna go watch right now. Thanks for, to the loyal people. Thank you for sticking by my side and going through all this bullshit with me. It's never my intention to drag my loved ones and close friends into my drama. But my run on Facebook is done. I'll see y'all next week. Take care.